Please sit. I know it's been a long, warm morning for you. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the diploma ceremony for the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies and the Bachelor of Professional Studies in Health Sciences Management degrees in the School of Continuing and Professional Studies. I'm David Corlett. I'm the Senior Director of Undergraduate Programs in our school, and on behalf of our faculty and staff, I'm thrilled to have you all help us celebrate the accomplishments of our now official graduates of summer 2025, fall 2025, and spring 2026. How about a hand for our newest alums? Let's take a moment to recognize some special individuals and groups who have played a vital role in this journey. So first, welcome to our Dean, Melissa Lubin, our Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, Stephen Levine, Associate Professor and Academic Administrator, Julie May, and welcome, of course, to the dedicated members of our school staff, many of whom are around the room and have helped you along the way today, directly and indirectly, working with our students from admissions all the way to this final graduation celebration. And they put in a lot of hours in this preparation for yesterday's receptions as well. So please, let's give the staff a big round of applause. I'd like to welcome our distinguished faculty. And if you would all stand, please, and just turn towards the audience, let's give the faculty a round of applause. So this academic network would not be possible without the support of each student's personal sphere. So, time for some chair aerobics. If you are a parent, a child, a spouse, a family member, or a friend of one of our graduates, please stand if you're able and be recognized. Graduates. Thank you all. So thank you for sharing your students with us for several years and all of the time that they've given to us that had to be shared with you. Now, to our students, you are not escaping the chair aerobics either. So if you are a first-generation university graduate, first in your family to graduate from a first year to reach this milestone, would you please stand and be recognized? So you all have a special duty now to help family members navigate the sometimes confusing and challenging world of higher education. So congratulations to you. We also honor those who are graduating with academic honors. So students, if you graduated with this, and let me get through all of them first, distinction with a GPA of 3.4 to 3.59, or high distinction, which is 3.6 to 3.79, or highest distinction, 3.8 and above. Would you stand? Okay, we're not done. We also honor our students who balanced work and school and families with extraordinary determination. If you have worked part-time or full-time while in school, stand up. We're almost there. I'm counting down the acronym, right? You know, we're on R right now. Okay. If you are a veteran or an active military service member, would you stand? One impromptu one. If you are a public servant, would you please stand? We're on R. We're almost there. I'm kidding. I don't know what the acronym is. All right. Students, if you are a parent or guardian of a child, or if you are caring for other family members while you are working and while you are in school, would you please stand? Point behind all of this is we have an extraordinary student body in our programs who face new challenges, different challenges than many of the students who walk the lawn with you today. So special congratulations for navigating that. So the last one, and this applies to anyone else in the audience too. If you're alumni of the University of Virginia, would you please stand? And that's all of you. Thank you. I promise that was the end of it. So to our students, you can share this with your families later, but when you arrived in your seat, you likely wondered why you had a small card with a nickel on it. And we know with inflation, 5 cents won't buy much these days, but this coin, this is a Jefferson nickel, is part of an older tradition at the University of Virginia. And in times past, first-year students, when they would arrive on campus, they would be welcomed into the academical village envisioned by Thomas Jefferson. And this was part of the convocation ceremony and the signing of the honor pledge. So it reminded recipients of the legacy into which every University of Virginia student is invited, and it's a call to uphold the ideas of intellectual curiosity, civic responsibility, and moral integrity. And these are principles that form the bedrock of our university. So you all, of course, joined the university as third-year students. So convocation was something in the past, but you are departing with this same symbol. So keep this nickel on the card, don't spend it, and keep this as a reminder of the community to which you are a part and of which you will remain a part in the legacy that you help shape. I would like to introduce our featured speaker this morning, which is Dean Melissa Lubin, Dean of the School of Continuing and Professional Studies. And Dean Lubin came to the University of Virginia in 2022 after serving as the founding dean of the School of Professional and Continuing Education at James Madison University. And her career has been defined by one consistent priority, and that is creating real access to education for working adults. She holds a Bachelor of General Studies from Armstrong State College, an MBA from Georgia Southern University, and a doctorate in adult learning and human resource development from Virginia Tech. And she has spent 30 years working to make sure that life circumstances don't determine who gets a diploma. Please join me in welcoming Dean Lubin.
Congratulations. I am truly honored to be with you today as we celebrate your graduation from the School of Continuing and Professional Studies and the remarkable achievement of completing your bachelor's degree. I have the honor of serving as Dean of the School of Continuing and Professional Studies, or as we like to call ourselves, SCPS. And it is my privilege to recognize graduates from our bachelor's degree completion programs, the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies and the Bachelor of Professional Studies in Health Sciences Management. You pursued degrees designed around who you already are: professionals, caregivers, leaders, and community members. You selected concentrations that connected directly to your goals, drawing on your experience, your interests, and the future you are building for yourselves and others. As adult learners, you bring a reality to the classroom that is both demanding and powerful. And many of you balance so many responsibilities, as Dr. Corlett just shared, that our traditional age students may not yet carry. And you have done this with an amazing amount of grit and grace. And as we've just seen, most of you are working full-time or part-time. Several of you have served in the military or are currently in the military. Many of you are raising families, and some of you are part of that sandwich generation where you're caring for your children and perhaps your parents or others in your family. All the while, you are also engaged members of your communities. Balancing all of these commitments with the demands of college is not easy. I know that personally because I completed my bachelor degree when I was an adult learner. and it just gets better and better and better. Returning to school takes courage, optimism, perseverance, patience, and it really, over the years, I've come to learn how the powerful Malcolm Knowles principles, Malcolm Knowles is often considered the father of adult education, of adult learning, describe what you have lived. Adults need to know why learning matters, and you chose this path with purpose. Adults are self-directed, and you learn to advocate for yourselves, manage your time, and keep going when life got busy. Adults bring experience, and you turned your workplaces and your families into a rich learning environment for your working communities. Adults are ready to learn when it comes to real responsibilities, and you pursued coursework that met you where you are. Adults are problem-centered, and you applied what you learned not someday, but the very next day. And adults are motivated from within, and I recognize that quiet, determined drive because I've relied on it myself. One of the best parts of my job is getting to know our students and staying connected with our alumni. Each year I learn so much by listening to capstone presentations, stories of ambition, reinvention, and resilience. This year, I had the opportunity to travel to New Orleans with my colleagues to the University Professional Continuing Education Association, where one of our very own students, Maureen Leahy, was recognized as the Student of the Year in the nation. It was such a high honor and one of our first to celebrate as a school of continuing and professional studies. That is the promise of adult learning. There is always a next step, and there is always a way forward. Walking the lawn is just the beginning. So to our graduates, I thank you for many gifts that you bring to UVA and to SCPS. You strengthen this university by showing what it looks like to learn with intention and to lead with experience. We are better because of you. Your lived experiences made our classrooms richer because adult learners don't leave real life at the door. They bring it in and elevate the learning for everyone. Your self-direction shaped your success. You set goals, asked questions, sought feedback, and kept your momentum on your terms. Your problem-centered approach to learning really helped ideas move forward into action, discussion, not just for the sake of talk, but to move your workplace, your home, your communities forward. And your intrinsic motivation remind us all that a degree is more than a credential. It is a promise that you kept to yourself. For many of you, it is finishing what life once interrupted. You did it. You are here. You are UVA. Let's give them applause. So in closing, I too want to thank the families, the friends, your colleagues who walked alongside our graduates, along with our UVA faculty and our staff and administrators who helped support every step of the way. When I look out into this audience, I'm reminded that every graduate's achievement is also a community achievement. Thank you for your encouragement, your flexibility, and your belief, because none of this happens alone. Congratulations, class of 2026. On behalf of SCPS and the entire University of Virginia, we are really proud of you. Wahoo wah.
We now hear from one of you. Mr. Michael Duffy, now an alum of the University of Virginia, serves as the Transportation Operations and Fleet Manager for the University of Virginia. But today, most importantly, he is a graduate of the university, joining his wife and his two sons as alums. Would you please welcome Michael Duffy to the stage?
Thank you. It's an honor to be here standing We didn't arrive here the same way, and that is exactly why today matters. Today, we share an amazing bond. Many of us began this journey at a moment when the world itself had come to a standstill. We started while COVID had shut down the world, the campuses closed, routines disappeared overnight, and uncertainty was everywhere. Some of us had never even been in a Zoom meeting before, and yet each of us made a bold decision to be better. We logged in anyway, we learned the technology as we went, we connected, supported one another, and began building an academic community through screens, discussion boards, and uncertain technology. From the very beginning, this class learned to adapt, not because it was convenient, but because it was necessary. That shared experience of starting amid disruption says so much about who we are as graduates of the Bachelor's of Interdisciplinary Studies and the Bachelor of Health Science Management. Resilient, flexible, courageous, and willing to learn in circumstances no one could imagine. As a class, we reflect an incredible diversity of life experience. We came from different careers, disciplines, and generations, and seasons of life. Some of us balance full-time jobs. Some balance family, caregiving, service, or leadership roles. Many of us were constantly shifting toward the most pressing need of the moment, while still holding on to the goal of returning, or perhaps proving we could return, to academia. And yet we showed up. This program was never about forcing us into the same path. It recognized each of us brought some unique lived experience, perspective, resilience, and knowledge that was shaped far beyond a classroom. The BIS and the BPHM programs ask us not to set those experiences aside, but to integrate them. We were encouraged to connect ideas across disciplines and apply learning to the real world we were already living within. For many of us, the question slowly shifted. It started with, I can't believe I'm considering this, to, can I really do this? To, what am I capable of? Along the way, there was doubt. There were moments of wondering if we could keep up the writing, the pace, the expectations, or even with ourselves. But class by class, conversation by conversation, we gained confidence. We started to see that goal line, sometimes faintly, sometimes more clearly, but we kept moving toward it. And today, together, here we are, having reached the summit of a dream many of us once quietly questioned. Today, we are graduates of the University of Virginia. Congratulations, you did it. Truly, nothing can ever take this accomplishment away from you. No semester that stretched you too thin, no late nights, no moments of exhaustion, uncertainty can diminish what you have earned. This degree is yours forevermore. What we have accomplished proves something powerful. It proves that learning does not have an expiration date. It proves that intellectual curiosity grows stronger with experience. That interdisciplinary thinking, the ability to connect people, systems, ethics, and ideas is not a weakness, but is exactly what the world needs today. We didn't study in isolation from life. We studied within it. We applied what we learned to our work, our families, communities, and the roles we already hold. And because of that, what we have achieved here extends beyond ourselves. We now become the inspiration for others, for the people watching from the sidelines who are wondering, Is it too late, too hard, or too much? Because of us, they will know the answer. It is possible. So as we reflect on what we've accomplished, let's remember this. Our strength was never about being the same. It was about moving together, moving forward together, each with our own story, our own challenges, and our own reasons for beginning. Today, we share something lasting. So congratulations, colleagues, graduates. You didn't just finish a degree, you proved what is possible. Wahoo wah.
Thank you, Mike. Now I'll invite Professor Julie May to come up. She will be presenting 3 very special awards.
Thank you, Professor Corlett. Wow, how exciting. Wonderful faces I normally see over Zoom. The MPD students I had the honor of teaching in person. Just amazing experience. And people walking up to me and saying, "Are you Dr. May? Are you Dr. May? Yeah, oh my gosh, how are you?" Extending a hand. No, this isn't handshake time. This is hug time. This is bear hug time. This is celebration, right? And you know, through the academic year, we are so focused on a goal. We're so focused on the page numbers of a paper or deadlines. But I get to do the fun part. I get to announce awards. I get to do the celebration. But I was just reminded of something right as we were lining up, the faculty and our students behind us. And one of the graduates came up to I and a colleague and they said, "Oh, you're more important than us. You go ahead." And I said, "No, you're why we're here. That's why we're here, is because of you. That's why we keep doing what we love to do. It's because of the work you put in, the love, the sweat, the tears, everything that goes on behind the scenes, and the joy that you express at being here this weekend, despite the heat." You know, so I'm just super proud of all of you, and it's exciting to be able to do this. So it's my honor to present the Stephen T. Thornton BIS Outstanding Capstone Award. It's something we do every year. We have a body of faculty who read nominated capstone projects from the summer, the fall, and the spring. They read those nominated papers and they come to a decision on the one that they believe is outstanding. And it's my pleasure to announce the winner this year is Kathleen Monahan. The title of Kathleen's project is Pedaling Towards Equality, the Bicycle's Role in Redefining Gender Norms in the Late 19th Century. And before I give you your award, I have a few things to share with you that the judges and your mentor, Professor Collette, said about your work. Capstone Award judges noted, and I quote, "Kathleen Monahan stood out as being particularly worthy of consideration. Her ability to connect the concrete material history of bicycle engineering to broader ideological transformations regarding women's mobility and citizenship was remarkable." Her mentor, Professor Collette, noted, and I also quote, that Kate's project is among the most compelling capstones I've had mentored in over 20 years. The project integrates technological history, gender analysis, and cultural interpretation, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of how material innovations reshape social orders. This capstone reflects graduate-level historical thinking, intellectual maturity, and a professional polish, and it sets a standard of excellence for interdisciplinary undergraduate research. So thank you so much. Congratulations. So she's receiving a lovely certificate and a Jefferson Cup donated by an alum. So congratulations. Yeah, thank you. This makes me cry. So the next award I get to present is not just one award. It's called the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies Highest GPA Award, but I need to correct myself because we actually have an 8-way tie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call your name, and I'm going to have you come up to the podium, and I'll give you a certificate if you are in attendance. So the first of these 8 is Holly Bush. Is Holly Bush here? Holly Bush? Holly Bush? Maybe she's in absentia. Lynn Edwards. And the winners also get a lovely certificate and a Jefferson Cup. Lynn. Are you okay? Yeah, it happens. We're wearing a lot of stuff. Congratulations. Hard work. Stephanie Uri. Okay, the face okay? Congratulations. You're welcome. The next recipient is Liana McAvoy.
Good work, babe.
And Kathleen, you're going to have to come up again because you also are in this 8-way running. Yeah, just go the shortcut. There you go. The next winner is Vivian Plant. Is Vivian here? She's in absentia. Mary Jane Priga. Is Mary Jane? And Benjamin Stone King. Congratulations. Yeah, good job. So we'll make sure that those in absentia will get their awards. Thank you. I have another award to give out, and it's the Bachelor of Professional Studies in Health Sciences Management. Highest GPA award goes to Hunter Anderson. You also get a certificate. Congratulations. Yeah. So another round of applause for. Okay. So. And here's the last sort of acknowledgement. When I walk around grounds, people say, what are those yellow and maroon cords that you wear? What does that signify? Well, it signifies my honorary membership into Alpha Sigma Lambda National Honor Society. But I'm also honored to serve as the chapter counselor for the Beta Iota Sigma chapter of Alpha Sigma Lambda. It's the United States, it's America's oldest honor society for adult learners. So what I'd like to do is those graduates who are also members of Alpha Sigma Lambda, they might be wearing a little tassel, please stand up so we can acknowledge you. Got it. Thank you so much for all your hard work and congratulations.
All right, graduates, it is your turn to walk the stage. So please, as you are signaled by Catherine Bozzoni, you'll come up row by row, hand me your card, and you'll be greeted by the dean on the stage. Come on. First. Danielle Elise Hayes. Ian Sebastian Erickson. Richard J. Smith. Nancy Catherine Anderson McSweeney. Ashley Almasy. Samuel Lynch Brewer. Sean Michael Whipke. Norman Rivera Aquilo. Benjamin Michael Stoneking. Manuel J. Madrid. Randall Gilliland. Christina Marie Harden. Carl High Haller. Stephanie Krista Uri. Audrey Leiser. Brian Andrew Dawson. Quentin R. Johnson II. Kyla Irene Campbell. Alyssa Emrock. Irene Bethel. Gerda Ann Jett. Ali Torres. Shelby Lynn Wilcher. Michael Duffy. Kiara Siller. Leanna Colleen McAvoy. Wahida Hayadari. Babakir Haroon Harane. Li Hua Zhu. Aaron Phelan. Venus Jones. Christopher Michael Dalton. Alyssa Meyer. Chloe Jacques. Hunter Reed Anderson. William Charles Hine. Lynn Marie Edwards. We have a brief pause in our in-person folks to recognize that we have graduates who have joined us online. And with the help of our technology folks, they are here with us today. So recognizing them individual, Michael Dai. Robert Nadertu. Mary Jane Priga. Thank you and congratulations to all of you joining us virtually, as is our school. Jonathan Wong Zi-Wen. Jerry Purnell Harris, Jr. Dequan Jones. Kendale Dwayne Tucker. Onassis Uloa. Daniel Hodges. Kathleen Monahan. Martha M. Lazo. Chanel Good. Ursula Tutt. Antoinette Mason. Thomas Roy. Jasmine Marlene Simmons. Nigel Da Brown. Good job, Robert. Congrats. Robert Vasquez. Patrick Donlan. Jeffrey Barr. Darren Bates. Congrats. Christian Riley Dowd. Anthony Padilla. Congrats. Alexis Goodwin. Sadiqul Khan. Thanks for being last, guys. Michael John Hamlin. Congrats. David Kenneth Augustine. So graduates, I see a few of you with your tassel still on the right-hand side. If it's not to the left, let's move that over now. Let's give a big round of applause to our graduates. You are extraordinary. I'd like to invite our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Stephen Levine, to come up, who will give us our parting words for the day.
Thank you so much, David. I realize it's been a wonderful day, but it's also been a long day. It's been a lot of ceremony. A lot of you were up early to be here. And thank you all for being here. So I promise I'll keep my comments short, 90 minutes tops. Promise. Now, just a couple quick notes. First of all, I have the privilege of doing the final congratulations here. Can we have one more round of applause for our graduates? Also, you may have heard on the lawn ceremony that you now join a family of 270,000 alumni living at the University of Virginia. And one thing you might not know is that our first degree completion graduates completed in 2002. So this is the 25th graduation ceremony for BIS. In 2002, we had 3 graduates. They're from the Charlottesville area. They were each moms. Yes, and this year I just counted 90 graduates, and they are from Charlottesville, and they are also from literally the other side of the planet, like Malaysia. So how have we grown? And I just think that's wonderful. What a community. And we are at almost 1,500 graduates in our degree completion unit. I'm a historian and I really could spend another 90 minutes, but I won't. But what I also wanted to just say is, of course, congratulations again. Thank you all for being here. Safe travels home. And as always, I'm gonna ask for one more thing, which is before we all depart, could the graduates please come up to the stage so we can get a group picture so we can memorialize this. Okay, so thank you again for being here. Safe travels home.
stand behind the podium.
All right, here we go. Look at this way. 3, 2, taking it 1.
Can't leave me out. Come on. Yeah, he is confident.